Come on in, pull up a chair and take a load off because today I will be unboxing and taking a first look at Crowbar, the Rangers at Pointe Du Hoc from Flying Pig Games, designed by my good pal Hermann Luttman. So not only are we going to take a look at Crowbar, we are also going to take a peek at the first expansion for Crowbar, Vorwarts. They're going to guess at that pronunciation. I'm not, fluent in German, so I'm going to take a guess it's Vorwarts. And this is, as I mentioned, the first expansion for Crowbar. So if you're interested in taking a peek at a push-your-luck, dice-chucking Solitaire World War II game, hang on, we'll crack these open right after this. Howdy, 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 gang. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. So as I mentioned in the open, we are going to take a look at Crowbar, the Rangers at Pointe Du Hoc, plus its first expansion as well. So, I gotta say, I'm excited. Finally got my hands on this. Woohoo! So we're going to bust this open, take a quick peek. Well, maybe not so quick. We will take a peek, though. So I do want to mention that Crowbar, the Rangers at Pointe Du Hoc, and the Vorwarts expansion are from Flying Pig Games, designed by my friend Hermann Luttman, with a good assist by his pal, Fred Manzo, no doubt. With artwork and graphic design provided by Tim Allen. Always love Tim's work, so I'm sure we're going to see some pretty cool graphics in this as well. The game is for 1 to 3 players. It is really built as a solitaire game, but I believe there are some variants to increase the player number. It's for ages 14 and up, plays in 1 to 3 hours, does carry an MSRP of $95. I believe it's currently on sale for $85. Don't know how long that sale will last. Also, as I mentioned, I'll be looking at the Vorwarts expansion, which is from the same team of creators, and it does carry an MSRP of $35. So let's swing on over to the other camera and see what we've got. Here we have Crowbar, the Rangers at Pointe Du Hoc, June 6th, 1944. So, of course, if you know the story, on D-Day, the Rangers were actually sent. They were to navigate and scale these pretty much sheer cliffs that the Germans had set up artillery beyond. So they were there to take those guns out. So taking a look at the back of the box here, it says a commanding voice shouts, "Crowbar!" from the carefully monitored radios of Ranger Flotilla headquarters aboard the LSI command ship St. James. With that signal, the 225 men of Dog, Easy, and Fox companies of Force A of the 2nd Ranger Battalion launched one of the most incredible and seemingly impossible assaults of military history. So this is a solitaire game. It does have some variants for 2 players, I think even up to 3 players. So let's get this shrink wrap off of here, and we are going to dive on in. I have been looking forward to getting this to my table for quite some time. This just arrived. I want to thank Eddie and Mark over at Flying Pig Games because they originally sent out a review copy and it got lost. FedEx lost it. And of course, they thought I had it. I didn't know if it was coming. So then it turned out they found out that it had been lost by FedEx. And then, of course, they sent me a new copy. So we're going to be looking at Crowbar as well as Vorwarts, an expansion which actually allows you to take on the German side of the action. So, first of all, we've got it's like stickers. They're not cut, so I'm not sure what this might represent. We'll find out. We've got a deck of event cards. There are more event cards as well that were sent separately, as well as an extra blue die, or a blue die that should have been in here originally. I'm not sure. So we've got that. So we've got the event cards. We'll take a look at the event cards in a few moments. We've got a bunch of different dice. Some look like they're pretty much standard pipped dice. Well, with it's like a star instead of a 1. Then we've got other dice that are unique. You know what? We're going to add that blue one to this as well. So I think this is timing. I think this is a timing die. So let's get those out of the way. We've got the rule book. So let's start with the rule book. Taking a peek through, see what we've got. And I am pretty sure we are going to see a credit for Fred Manzo for game development. He usually develops just about all of my buddy Hermann Luttman's games. So usually if it's a Hermann Luttman design, Fred Manzo has helped out with it. So we will see if we got some credits in the back. So here we've got the story of what exactly this operation was. Look at that. This is what the Rangers needed to scale. They needed to scale up this. So 100-foot cliffs at Pointe Du Hoc, I believe. Maybe even higher than that, but I thought they were about 100. So we've got the components showing us the map, the different units. We've got markers. We've got event cards, different game tracks. Talking about the setup, talking about the dice. So a clock face means you draw an event card. Stop sign means stop activation, and your unit is frozen and can do nothing else. Enough! Shut up! Come on, you. Get over here. Cut that out. Great. Thanks so much. A filled-in explosion is a hit. Stop sign means stop activation, and your new unit is frozen and could do nothing else. So Crowbar is actually based on another design that Hermann did a few years back. This was for Victory Point Games, and it was in magnificent style, which was a push your luck strategy game where you were actually leading Pickett's charge at the Battle of Gettysburg. So, talking about, we've got event cards, unit movement, close combat resolution, special actions. Got commander bonuses, incoming fire markers. All right. German counterattacks, victory. So it's going to tell you, you're going to track your victory points. 54 victory points or less. Disgraceful performance. There's a 3-player co-op mode, 2-player co-op mode, versus game modes. It's going all the way up to 4 players. And we get an example of play. All right. So all in all, 28 pages. Not all of them are rules. 22 pages of that are rules. Very nice artwork here. So we've got that. Okay, so then we've got a track here. I'm kind of surprised that this is paper. I would have thought maybe cardstock, but we've got a time increment track, relief column track, German counterattack track, victory points, captured German guns, fortunes of war, Ranger casualties at the end of the game, it says. So we've got German POWs, roadblocks, timely relief, no units lost at the end of the game. So it's showing you extra victory points or loss of victory points. So we've got that. We've got a, see now here, this is made of cardstock. I would have thought that this would have been cardstock as well. So we've got German events, Ranger events on both of these. Pre-game invasion approach. We got our sequence of play, grappling attempt, close combat, special actions, open fire, commander bonuses. So this is kind of your cheat sheet here for you as well. Your player aid. Then we got what appears to be a few punch boards of big, chunky 1-inch counters. These are an inch, now 3/4 of an inch. But still, pretty big, pretty chunky. So, looks like we've got, these look like these are kind of informational. So we've got open fire, low ammo. So, incoming fire, smoke cover, heroic actions, obstacles. So dual-sided. Got assaults, ambushes. We've got the different units for the Rangers. We've got areas where the artillery could be because they weren't sure where the artillery was. They had a good idea where those guns were. So we see false reports, rubble. Yep, and these are cut pretty well because this just popped right on out here. Usually the Flying Pig Games counters are cut really nicely and they kind of pop right out. So we got some landing craft here. Looks like you probably use these counters to mark that your units are activated. Probably put it on top. Huh. So we've got, these are some of the German patrols and things like that. Got the German units. Got more of the Rangers as well. So all in all, what do we have? 4 of these? Yep. So we've got 4 punch boards with the different counters on it. Then we've got the game board, which seems pretty good size. So, open this on up to kind of give you an idea. So here we've got the area where these guns could be hidden. Right? So we have some bunkers, we've got casemates, gun placements, got a barracks. So we've got a variety of different terrain. Got the, it's like little town a little further up here. So we've got that. And then we also have the beach as well as the approach. So I'm curious here. I wonder if, maybe not. It's showing dice boxes. So gray, blue, green, and red. And then we've got that. I don't know what this is. I honestly have no clue. I'll have to take a look. So here we've got where the landing craft are coming up. So we've got Fox, Dog, and Easy Company here for the 2nd Ranger Battalion. That's pretty cool. And then we've got a whole lot of dice. Right, so you got your green dice. I don't know, would you put them all in there? I mean, there's only one red die, there's one blue die, a bunch of gray dice. So it's pretty weird. All right. So anyway, so we've got these various different dice. So obviously, these are the German dice here because they have an iron cross on it. Then we've got, these are for the Rangers here. So we've got different moving forward with a hit. Looks like that's a hit. It's like moving forward one, moving forward one. I believe they said that this is an event, right? We get a clock face. Not sure what the R might represent. And then, of course, we've got, these are kind of standard six-sided dice, just with the one replaced by a star here. So we got red, we've got blue. So if I remember correctly, oh, sorry, we got yellow and we got black as well that have this. Depending on how you're you're really pushing, it's probably going to determine which of these dice you're going to roll, or which combination of these dice you're going to roll. At least that's kind of the vibe that I've gotten from this game. Of course, I don't know. I'm just unboxing it, so we're just taking a peek to see what's going on. Right. So then we've got event cards, and as I mentioned, I got this little deck that came as well. Looks like I'm going to have to use the old hobby knife, which I don't seem to have laying around. Oh, that's great. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. I got it. So we've got the smaller deck. Come on, you. Jeez. What the hell, man? Like, I don't want to, like, box the card. Look at this. Is this card bigger than this bag? What the hell? Or is it glued in there? Screw it. I'm just ripping this. Oh, it's stuck. There was some glue or something on it, which, of course, now I'm going to have to try to get off of the card, because otherwise it'll make the other cards stick together. That's why it wouldn't come out. And then we've got the other event cards. So I'm not sure if these were missing from this deck or what. So let's take a look here. We've got German counterattack, 2 spaces, time increment, another time increment, German probe, time increment. So these look like these were mainly kind of like time cards. German counterattack delay. This card that was stuck there is relief column advances. I'm going to have to do something because that is stuck on there. Let's see what else we have. So we had more time increment cards. Another German counterattack, few German counterattacks. So we have 2 space and 3 space German counterattacks. Relief column advances, relief column advances. So these are the event cards that, like I said, I believe we draw an event card every time we roll one of these little clock faces on the die. All right, so we've got the event cards deck. We've got all of these dice. We got the cool board, which is a good size. Pull this up. Here. All right, so we got the board. We've got the 4 punch boards of counters. We've got the player aid chart. We've got the Ranger events and German events. We've got the various different tracks. We've got the 26-page rule book, or was it like 24 pages of rules? Oh, it's 27 pages in total. So we got the rules there. We got the events. put that off to the side so I can clean that off. Put this to the side because, like I said, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I think this is probably supposed to go on the game board. I'm going to take a guess. You're probably supposed to put this sticker on the game board. Then, of course, we've got all of these dice. And that is what we find when we take everything from Crowbar. The Rangers at Pointe Du Hoc. Outside the box. So we're also taking a look at Vorwarts, which is an expansion for Crowbar. This includes, I believe, 6 more scenarios. And some of them are actually focused on, what the heck? Like glue or something on this? All right, there's lots of surprises here so far. So, on the back it says, afternoon, June 6, 1944. The surprise assault on Pointe Du Hoc has caught the German defenders off balance. What was assumed to have been a simple commando raid has turned into a major threat. An effort must be made to regain the initiative and drive the Americans back into the English Channel. You've been tasked with organizing the local Wehrmacht forces and counterattacking the Rangers' perimeter. The Americans must be defeated, and soon. So, in this expansion, you're obviously playing the German defense that's been kind of thrown together. So we've got a rule book here. Got the summary of rule changes compared to the core game. And then we've got a punch board with counters. So let's take a quick peek at the rules here. So it talks about the different changes. Talks about the counters that are included as well. Player is German scenarios. Night assaults. A mini solitaire scenario. I'm not sure what mini solitaire scenarios would be. Aren't they solitaire? So we've got Dog Company, Easy Company. Here comes Fox, or did we already have Fox? Yep, there you go. Fox Company. And that is it. So altogether, 12 pages of rules. Looks like we've got some different variants. We've got a shorter playtime solitaire scenario, which looks like that's for the standard game, the core game, as opposed to playing as the Germans. So we've got that. Then we've got the rule changes here. So we've got new German Grenadier infantry units, which no doubt are here, right there. We've got foxholes, machine gun suppression. And of course, these are dual-sided. So here we've got empty foxholes. Rangers found! So, interesting. So this kind of just flips the script on Crowbar, where rather than controlling the Rangers, we're trying to knock out those artillery batteries. You're the Germans trying to track down the Rangers. And that's what we find when we take everything from Vorwarts, the expansion, outside the box as well. Of course, I will have a review of Crowbar as well as Vorwarts in the very, very near future. All right, so let's swing on back. All right, so there you have it for this time out. I will have a review of Crowbar, the Rangers at Pointe Du Hoc, and the Vorwarts expansion in the very near future. Don't forget to catch me live right here on YouTube, Monday through Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time as I present the Daily Dope. And of course, as I like to point out too, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, please be sure to go visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. If you like this video, please give it a quick thumbs up. And of course, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. And if you do, don't forget, ring that little bell because not only will it inform you when I upload new videos, it'll also tell you within about a minute or so when the live show streams on YouTube. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. I will be back next time, and until then, happy trails. Zoobadoo-badoo-badoo-boo-boo. Zoobadoo-badoo-badoo-boo. Zabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-bum. Zibba. Whoa, hey. I didn't realize that you were still here. Well, if that's the case, then allow me to share the following information with you that I only have 20 seconds to do. So let's all take a deep breath. So, if you would like to subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel, please click right here. If you want to check out the latest episode of The Daily Dope, click right here. And if you'd like to check out a randomly selected standalone video, by all means, click right here. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and thanks for watching.